still a letter. So I think rude. Hi guys, Mikey here. I'm finally back with another video. I feel like that's my intro every single video, but it takes me time in between videos to film and upload, so I feel like that's gonna be my intro for a while. But anyway, due to the virus, my schedule has been changed. I've been doing outside my FSC work, so that's for another video. But I'm just thankful I finally found the time to just sit down and film another video for you guys. So for today, we're gonna be talking about mail in BMT. And no, I don't mean about mail like the opposite sex, the brother flight, cousin flight, whatever. I meant letters. So wow, I apologize if I talk too fast. I feel like I do that all the time and it's hard for you guys to understand. I'm gonna try to slow it down just a little. Anyway, so I'm gonna start this video with a little PSA. Please write letters. Whether you're a trainee in BMT or you're a family or friends back home, please write letters. I know for sure both sides would appreciate getting letters. For you guys who've been through basic, you know how important and how special it makes you feel whenever you get a letter. It also boosts your morale, your emotional state. I had a brain fart. But yeah, it boosts your morale and your emotional and physical, maybe, because it inspires you more to do stuff. Yeah, I'll go with that. It motivates you and inspires you to keep going. So please write letters. Anyway, that's from a PSA. Moving on to, what was it? I made a little note so I don't forget my talking points, because if I just sit here and talk, it's gonna be a very long video. Alrighty, I'm gonna start with Sandboxx. Sandboxx is there for you guys. It's for people back home to write to their trainees. Obviously, trainees can't use their phone, so they can't use it to write letters. So it's for people from back home. I'm gonna say this now, I do not have any personal experience with it, so I don't have much information to give you guys. All I know is that it's a legit thing. The girls in my flight, both my flights, got their letters pretty fast. I would say 2 days max. Keep in mind though that we don't get letters on a Sunday, because typically there's no MTIs on Sundays except your very first Sunday. Unless your flight get in trouble, then MTIs would come in Sunday and you would not like that day. I do know that it's not cheap, but your trainee would get their letters pretty fast. I think that's pretty much all I know about Sandboxx. Again, I don't have any personal experience with it, so there's not much details I can tell you. But I'm sure if you just search it up here on YouTube, like just put Sandboxx or like how the Sandboxx works, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of videos that will go more in depth about it, so you can go ahead and check that out. So moving on to how I receive letters. So I got my letters through the regular mail, which we call the snail mail, just because it takes forever to get there. But hey, a letter is a letter, and I'm very happy whenever I do receive letters, and I believe it took 5 to 7 days for me to get the letters, but it ain't that bad. Alright, so moving on to sending mails. You cannot send mail just anytime you want. Don't be that trainee that tries to sneak going to the mailbox. First of all, you can't go anywhere without a wingman, so that's gonna be hard. There's a designated, it's not really designated time for you to send mail, but it's what we call personal time. So inside that personal time, that's when you write mail, try to send out mail, hang out with your friends, just relax or study more if you want. So you have all those things cramped in this little time slot in your day. Sometimes you get more than usual, sometimes you don't get as much. So it really all depends on how your day goes. Sometimes there's days that I don't really write. Sometimes I would just hang out with my friend, or I would hang out with her and write letters in the same time. That's pretty much what we did the whole time. So yeah, try to balance your time if you really want to write letters. I do have a tip for you guys. I say go ahead and pre-stamp and pre-write. Is that a word? I'm going with it. Go ahead and pre-write you guys' friends and family's address on the envelopes. You will be given like a box of envelopes and also like a lot of stamp, but it's better to go ahead and do it before you even ship out, because trust me, it would save you a lot of time. Like I said, personal time is not much, and transferring addresses from notebook to the envelope and then stamping them, it just takes forever. Not literally, but you know, if you have very limited time, it would feel like forever. And you are allowed to have a notebook. I think I showed you guys in my packing video. I did bring I think I showed you guys my journal and a little notebook. I was able to keep them both in my locker, and like I showed you guys earlier, this is the stamp that they gave us in BMT. I believe it comes with 20 stamps, and they would give you a box of envelopes. You have the materials to do it, but this is something I wish I knew before I shipped out. So 20 seems plenty enough, but if you do write a lot of letter, you can always like buy more at the BX. Sometimes they run out though. Or you can ask your family or friends to send you some. My mom sent me a lot of different stamps, and this is like my favorite one that she sent me. I don't know if you can see it. It's Scooby-Doo. Isn't it cute? To be honest, before I shipped out, I actually did not think that I would be writing as much letters as I did. I definitely think that I was just gonna, you know, just do my thing, do the training, graduate, and I'll be done. Like, I don't need to write much letter. But once you get there, you lose the connection, you know, you lose the connection from the outside world. So every little letter that you get is very, very meaningful. That's why I started this video with a little PSA, because it's very important. It's such an unexplainable feeling whenever you get letters. Definitely write letters. You know, it doesn't have to be something important or something eventful. Literally, I would just write letters about my day, and that's just me trying to connect back to my friends and family, you know. And I like whenever they do that too. Like my mom, she would send me letters about YouTubers that we both love and watch, and it was fun. It was fun reading those letters. And again, please, please, please write letters. And a big no-no is writing during class. Don't ever do that. You're gonna get caught. I'm telling you now, you're gonna get caught. For the sake of your whole flight, I'll have you know now that if you do something, or if one person do something, usually the whole flight would get punished, usually. But another time that you can write letters is during path year break and base liberty. So I would do a more in-depth videos about those two, but you would get a path year break. Basically, you would go down to where the little vending machine, this is your time to like stuff your face with ice cream, which I did, and you're gonna be in this little area hanging out with your flight, and during that time you can also write letters. And for base liberty, this is more like a couple hours. I think we got 2 hours or maybe 2.5 hours. So during this time you can spend it inside the shopette, the BX, and you can basically just eat whatever you want. There's not gonna be any MTI, so you're on your own for like 2-ish hours. Depends on your flight too. Some flights get in trouble and they would get like couple minutes or an hour taken out of their base lib, but typically you would get more than an hour of free time, like to eat whatever you want. You can write letters while you're eating food. I was just stuffing my face, but also during that time you have to keep in mind that you have PT coming up, but you know, when you're in that moment, you're gonna want to stuff your face. Anyway, going back to what were we talking about? Oh, sending mail. Just a little recap. You can write letters during your personal time, during path year break, and also base lib. So 2 big no-nos about writing letters is don't write during class. I already said that. And also don't write letters during your EC duty. So I'm gonna make another video about EC duty where I can go in depth about the details of that. But just to keep it short, EC duty is like, I think it was a 2-hour shift of basically guarding the dormitory. You're gonna be by the door. Your main job is to guard the dormitory, and the only thing you can do during that duty is to study for your EOC. So you're gonna have your BMT, the book that they're gonna give you to study for your EOC, and that's basically everything you should be doing during EC duty. I mean, there's more, but you're not supposed to be writing letters during your EC duty. And then a little recap about when to send letters. You can send letters during your base liberty within that time slot that they give you, and also during your personal time. Like I said earlier, you may not have much time during your personal times. A big no-no that a lot of trainees still do is that they give it to other trainees, their letter, for them to send. A lot of people do this, a lot of trainees, but you're not supposed to be doing it, and if you get caught, you're gonna be in big trouble. So just keep that in mind. But when it comes to personal time, it really boils down to how you manage your time, how you're gonna squeeze in writing letters, relax, and to send letters. So moving on to receiving letters in BMT, I would say it's nothing crazy compared to what they show in the movies. It's definitely not something like make you do a push-up for you to get your letter or make you run a lap. It's nothing crazy like that, not that I've seen. Both on my flight, we never had to do anything crazy like that to get our letters. It's actually very simple. So we would receive letters at the end of the day. We would be in the day room. That is where we all sit down or send in attention if we're getting in trouble. This is where we usually talk, and then after the talk, usually they would talk about what's our plan for the next day or what we did very, very wrong that day. Stuff stuff like that. That's where we talk to the MTI, and then after that we would be given our letters. And from our first flight we would usually yell, "Letter formation, go!" And then we will all stand up, we would form a circle, and then our MTI would be in the middle handing out the letters. And for my second flight we would usually just sit down and he would hand it out. He would be talking and simultaneously like giving out letters. So it's definitely nothing like the movies. I would say that they would ask you to open it only if they think it's suspicious, like if it's heavy or if it's bigger than a regular mail, then they would ask you to open it in front of them. They're not gonna read it, they're just gonna like look at it to make sure that you don't have any contraband in there, like, you know, inappropriate pictures. Also, when it comes to packages, we're not allowed to receive packages. It did happen to one of the girls in my flight. She had a package and it was filled with Oreos. And man, I was devastated seeing that box just going down the trash. We were all craving for that Oreo, but nope, not even one bite. If you're thinking about sending your trainee some packages, just wait until they're at tech school, because we're not supposed to be receiving packages. I do want to say though that when I was in MedHold, we were able to receive packages. I was able to receive a couple packages from my mom, but it's not just anything you want. This is kind of like a special case. It's anything that would boost your morale, and it's mainly like books, puzzles, crayons, like anything to like, you know, keep you up and happy in MedHold, because we all know how dark that place is. That's it for today's video. Sorry for the long wait in between my videos. It's just been very hectic, especially during this time. I really hope you like this video. I hope you learned something from it. If you have any questions about sending, writing, and receiving mails, or just any questions in general, don't hesitate to leave it down below. I do love talking to you guys. I know I don't reply as fast as I should, but like I said, it's been pretty hectic. But if you guys want to reach out to me, just comment down below. I am planning on making an Instagram account just so I can be more in touch with you guys, but I just haven't had the time and chance to do so. So the comment section would be the best way to communicate right now, and I promise I do read you guys' comments. If you like this video, please leave a like. I greatly appreciate it, and also hit that subscribe button so you can come with me to my journey into the wild blue yonder. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay safe out there, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, and practice social distancing. Alright, you guys be safe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!